along the trail, the sides are just covered in mushrooms. Mushrooms everywhere. So I try not to use my walking stick along here so I don't disturb it. So anybody else coming along can see all these mushrooms. So many different mushrooms everywhere. Alright, we've been walking along Beaver Creek for a little while. Took a nice dive at the delta of it. Went into Lake Superior. Water was nice and cool. But man, once your head gets underwater, whew. Now this bridge is very interesting looking. It's made out of logs. It's wobbly. It goes up and down. Looks old. It looks interesting. Take a walk. Oh, it's wobbly. It's tilted and wobbly. Looking down, you can see the lake, the creek through the cracks. One way, the other way. Not too deep. This bridge is pretty cool though. Yeah. We're almost to the end. Pretty cool. And some stairs. Talked to some people just earlier and they said I was going to get wet. But they walked this part yesterday, which is after the whole rain. Hopefully whatever they're talking about is all dried out. Earlier there was another left-right. I think the left went down Beaver Creek and I took a right and this took me right to the lake shore and it looks like there's a trail. I saw a lot of footprints coming down this way, but I mean it kind of looks like a trail. I guess I'll just keep taking it until I can't go anymore or I get stuck or something. I mean, looks like a trail. We'll see. I don't know. That's why it's good to schedule just a few miles. You could just go take crazy adventures and it doesn't matter because you got time. It's only 1:20 and my camp's only maybe half an hour if this is a trail. And then I was gonna go down to Beaver Lake, which added another 4 miles for the day. But I think it's a trail. I don't know anymore. I don't know. After crossing Beaver Creek, you'll take a little incline and there's like a little opening. And it's interesting, there's a trail going this way. Originally I thought it went to Beaver Creek or Beaver Lake. And there's another trail going this way. It swerves and goes left. It just goes to the beach and just walks along the beach, but it does not, it's not the right path. That's just for people that want to go to the beach. Hey, I'm up on the right trail now, and down there is where I was. There's actually a collection of wood way down below, not this big thing here. And there's a tree I had to duck under to get by twice as I came back. But now I'm on the right part, up here on the ridge, and it's like the ocean except it's not bitterly salty. Check this out. It's like a pine tree is trying to grow right underneath it and it went right through the moss or fungus, or the fungus grew right around it. Pretty weird. I'm on the Little Beaver Lake Trail now. I was gonna head off, get to the trailhead so I can drop off my garbage extra ounces. I might carry around for 2 more days. But look, someone was crazy enough to bring all these rocks and pave them all. It's kind of a nice trail. It's quiet and you can actually see a little bit, so I'm hoping to see animals again. This little Fox Lake Trail goes along these huge boulders. Check out the lines, striations on them. There's holes everywhere. There were big ones a little further back. They were far away. There were huge caves in them. You'd think something lives in them. There's a lot of footsteps in there. People, bears. Some kind of animal. Hello! This trail's not used as often. It's like an old trail. Pretty cool though. Here's another bridge. It's kind of wobbly. Will it hold me? Only one way to find out. Looks like we're good. Let's cross. Alright. Bridge held up. The Parker bridge crossing advice worked again. I'm still alive. I am so glad I went with the gravity method. So I just have to fill that instead of doing those Sawyer bags. Out here probably would have taken forever and you would have gotten a lot of sand and you'd have to stand in the water forever. But fortunately with this guy, it took just a few seconds, 2 scoops. Wait for the waves to come in, which are less sandy. And now I'm just waiting for my feet to dry. I forgot to bring flip-flops down here. But to Dixie, I thank you so much that you went on about the gravity system, and it's the way to go. Those squeeze bags are horrible. It's now Thursday morning, and here's my breakfast. I don't know if you know, but Pop-Tarts aren't supposed to feel like this. I'm gonna have to just rip off a corner and just pour it into my mouth. Leaving Coves, going west, you see this. Sand looks soft, but the rock looks hard. Here's a little waterfall. Little guy. I just got to Cove's group camp, but there seems to be a stream coming down from the trail right towards camp. And you look over there, it's all wet. There's huge puddles. No wonder why everybody was at the single. In fact, just to get there, you're gonna have to walk through a bunch of puddles. Sometimes you'll just be walking along, humming a theme song from a movie, and then bam! Opening. Big rocks. Big rocks underneath. Pretty windy up here. Usually like the other falls, you see it from the trail, but this one just says Spray Falls. And there's like a little down trail to this outcropping. And you go, where's Spray Falls? You turn all the way to the left. There it is, way over there. Just pouring into the water. I guess we'll cross it at some point. Good pictures out here, I guess, if you're with someone. What's interesting is a lot of these creeks and rivers, they have all this, like, extra logs jamming up. And unfortunately here, this bridge is what's causing this jam up. So the water here is much higher than down here, which kind of becomes rapids. And if you look at the bridge, it's got a slight tilt to it. Someday, this bridge is going to disappear. And all this stuff's going to go washing down the river. There's a little trail that gets you closer to the waterfall, and there it is. Right into Lake Superior. Don't slip. So many times like before, you're just walking into the woods, and it'll just all of a sudden open up. And it is beautiful out there with the leaves changing color and the sun shining right on them. You can see a little bit of sun off there, but over there where the sun's hitting, just the trees are glowing. It's a beautiful day. I finally got out to Chapel Rock. There's the base of it. The middle, the holes there, but see all the striations in the rock? It's beautiful. And somehow one tree is living up there. And I think those are its roots coming way out here. So I guess it's getting some nutrients from kind of like a ground. And this tree is, any day it's gonna fall in, it looks like. A pretty insane rock. There's even sand down there. Pretty nice. They closed off the area around here, so you don't want to get too close to it anyway. My camp should be right around the corner somewhere. This is a Chapel Rock Falls. This is where Chapel Lake dumps right into Lake Superior. And there's a lot of water, and it just goes over, what do you think, 20 feet? But makes for a loud noise. I went to get some water. Decided to walk along the beach so I could check out the falls here. We looked at the top from a bridge, but we did not see it from below. We'll get some video of that, and I'll show you how I fill up my water. There's Chapel Rock right there. Right at the base of it. Look at that hole in the middle. Strange tree. Look at that. Going down with the vengeance. There's the bridge we walked over. Ah, look at these rocks. Battered by the lake. Alright, we'll head back. I still have to fill up my water. An interesting thing is the water coming out the river is brown because of all the leaves and the trees in it. Colors the water. So if you look at the water up here, I don't know how well you can see it. It's actually all brown. Even the water crashing up here is real brown. It's not until you get way further it gets less and less brown. So I'll get my water all the way at the end. It doesn't matter, but appearances. Oh man, I gotta tie my shoes. I hate doing that. All the way on the east side, it's mostly sand, and out here it's just rock. Sheer rock. Tons of orange trees on top. Look at that little tunnel over there. Look at this little outcropping. There's like a little waterfall. At least pouring out. Branch. Let's get a close into this little arch. Huh. It's dry up there. Oh, looky here. I think I found that little waterfall. It's it falls off and it goes on the rest of the way. But of course, here's the trail, and there's the trail right there. The wind is so much calmer over here. I think it's because this rock over to the right that we went over, it's blocking the wind as well as the surf. And you can tell over here, it's pretty calm. When you get out there, you hear it. Sometimes it sounds like thunder, or there could be a thunderstorm over there. I don't know. I hope it's the waves. There are a lot of sections like this on the trail where you're just going and it'll open up this sandy area and it's just like an overlook. But just a huge open area. Fortunately, it's not too windy here right now. it just goes on and on. Another opening on the trail, more rocks. Seems like there's a lot of these little abutments or whatever. They all have caves in them. So weird. Alright, they don't all have caves, but there sure is a lot of them. I wish the sun was out and make the trees look so much nicer. I've been walking next to this big collection of water. I don't know if you call it a pond, it's pretty shallow. But all of a sudden it cuts in front. One goes that way, and it's probably a little waterfall out that way. And this one goes out that way, probably another waterfall. So the dilemma is how to cross without getting your shoes wet. And is that the North Country Trail right there? I think so. Okay. I'm right by a potato patch, and I'm just gonna go down this trail. And what the heck is that? Some kind of cog? Is that like a transmission or something? What in the world? It's really in there. It jiggles. Oh well. We're at Potato Patch Camp, and looks like a well-used camp. Bear cast. Are those potatoes? Is that why they call them Potato Patch? It's all potatoes? I don't know. While heading westbound, after you cross the bridge and there's a waterfall there, it's not Bridal Veil, I don't think. There's a segment that goes Potato Patch with the weird melting. That just goes to the camps. The North Country Trail goes down this steep incline. I wish there was a sign there. I actually walked down to the potato patch to see what was going on. But on the topographic map it does say there's a big elevation change, so there we go. On the way to Miner's Castle. A lot of the walk is right next to the water, so there's a lot of sand. But these plants are, a lot of the leaves already fell off. They're pretty. Look at all the red. Fields of red all around. You hear the water hitting. I didn't think I would, but 5 nights so far, and every night you could hear the water hitting the shore all night. A couple nights mixing with waterfalls. If you like background noise, hike this trail because you're gonna have that all night. How pretty. This constant trudging through the sand is getting old. Really deep in some spots too. My complaint has been heard. Now a nice stony trail, a little railing. It's actually flat. Not too bad. Heading over to Miner's Castle. Take a break there. And hopefully they didn't turn the water off for the season. I'm gonna have to hit a creek and filter some water, which would be more delays. Hope I don't have to. I saw one of these signs, I forgot to take a picture, but it was on a slanted sign, so you had to get within like 2 feet of it to read it. Pretty much right on the rejuvenation site. Oh, picnic tables. Should I go rest my feet? Nah, I gotta get going. Where are we? A lot of picnic sites. Miners Beach. I'm leaving Miners Beach now, And if you head west from Miners Beach, notice, well, if you know how to read topographic maps, that is going to be a big set of climbs. For me, anyway. And let's hope the water's still on. As you're walking from Miners Beach, there's one trail going to the left, and there's one trail going right, and it goes down to the river. And I'm not sure which one is which. The right looks like a trail, and left looks like a trail. The left could be just for the beach, though. I'm gonna go down this because we're supposed to go next to the river for a little while south and then cross it. Let's hope it's right. This is what happens when you don't look at their schedule. The water's off here. I'm gonna have to find some other source of water. It's now 6 after 5, and boy, am I glad to see this. Here's the turnoff. Hopefully the camp's pretty good and there's a nice dry spot. I hope it's not too far back. After a lot of standing around contemplating what's the trail, because there's a huge tree right in the path, I finally made it to Cliffs. Pretty far back there, but that's a pretty nice open area. There's one. Could be a good spot. Another one. Food box. I'm setting up here. The closest one to the bear bag pole and bear box. Yeah, that should be good. I am going to use this little tree. Time to set up camp. Sun is just starting to peek over the edge of the trees here at Cliffs Camp. This is definitely the weirdest camp I've been, because you can only just barely make out the Superior Lake surf because it is so far back from the trail. And it's just weird because there's this opening all around our woods. If you want to be secluded, this is it. As long as there's nobody else in camp, this is it. I'm pretty sure some people just gave up looking for the camp on the trail in because it's the fallen trees and the mud make it hard to tell there's a camp at all. And now with all these leaves, this is where my camp was. I raked some leaves away before I set up tent because I want to just scrape the sticks away too. But with all these leaves, you will not be able to make out the trail very easily anyway. All I know is I have to head northwest to get back to the trail and then head southwest. Most of it's going to be right in the woods, 3 waterfalls, and then car.